Hey, what's going on everybody? This is G and I'm Phunken hungry. In this video, we're going to try two different Lindt chocolate bars. So I found these, they were reduced to $2. So I thought I may as well grab them both, give them a try while they're cheap and see if they're worth the money and see if they taste nice. But these was $7. So that's like what, $14 of chocolate right here? So chocolate these days is so expensive, it's getting a little bit hard to justify paying that much for a block of chocolate. But obviously I got these for $2 each, so $4 for 2 blocks, that's a bargain. But I'm not sure I'd pay $7 for a block of this. It's like Cadbury's, you know, they're getting up to like $6, $7 for a block as well now. You got Whittaker, that's, you know, $6 or whatever a block. So I do like to grab the new chocolates. Obviously these aren't necessarily new, but I do like to grab the new bars to try them, to let everyone know if they're worth the money. Sometimes I grab the new stuff full price, but I mean, obviously if I can get it reduced, I'll get it reduced. So enough ranting, but we'll try one block at a time. I'll let you know what they are before I carry on. So this one's hazelnuts, and this one is hazelnuts and caramel. So we'll put that one to the side and we'll try this one first. Anyway, I'll leave the nutrition information on screen for you, and I'll also leave the ingredients on screen if you do want to go through that. But anyway, let's bust this open and give it a taste. Right, does that look like $7 of chocolate right there? Not really. So it does smell really nice. You know, you get hit with this really nice chocolate smell. A little bit of hazelnut is definitely coming through. So you get some really big squares. So you can see really big hazelnuts on the back. It is a little bit inconsistent. You know, some parts won't have much hazelnut. Smells really delicious though. All right, let's break a bit off and we'll give it a taste. So it is really light and delicate. It breaks apart really easily. All right, you can see the hazelnuts still have its skin on it. They smell a little bit roasted. Smell the chocolate hazelnut combo, which is a classic combination. All right, let's give the $7 block of chocolate a try. Cheers. Sipping tea like Kermit, I say, that's funkin' delicious. You get that nice strong hazelnut flavour come through. You get this luscious milk chocolate, really creamy, really milky. Absolutely delicious. Both work extremely well together. So you taste the hazelnut, you taste the chocolate, and towards the end you start getting this really strong roasted hazelnut flavour. So they really taste good together. It's absolutely delicious. But for the price, you know, that's asking a little bit too much in my opinion. I mean, let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree. Would you pay $7 for this chocolate? I mean, someone's paying for it because it's still on the shelves, you know. Lindt is a really nice brand. The chocolate is really different than other brands, you know, maybe a little less sugary, maybe a little bit more milky, possibly. But my rating for Lindt Hazelnuts, because it's $7, I'm going to have to give it a rating of 7 out of 10. So yeah, it's absolutely delicious, really nice. That nice roasted hazelnut flavour is really strong here. You know, they're big pieces of hazelnut, obviously like the full nut. It's not broken up, so you get a really strong crunch. You get a really strong flavour of hazelnut. So yeah, it's absolutely delicious. It's just lost some points really for how expensive it is. I wouldn't pay $7 for this. If I go to the shops and I see this for $7, even if I really wanted it, I'd see what else is on special. So chocolate is so expensive these days, I'll just be grabbing really whatever's on special because there's always either Cadbury's or Kit Kat or something's on special, so that's what I'm going for. But when I do the reviews, I do like to grab the new stuff obviously to try. But yeah, there's always something on special, or even if they're not on special, I'll grab, you know, what's a little bit more affordable really, if you know what I'm saying. If you can find it for $2, that's a steal. You know, $2, I'm super happy with $2. So if we went with $2, I'd give it a much higher rating. But I have to give it a lower rating and just let everyone know that this is fairly expensive for what it is. All right, now let's try the Lindt Hazelnuts and Caramel. So we'll leave the nutrition information on screen again if you're interested. I'll also leave the ingredients on screen if you want to take a look at that. So let's bust this open and give it a taste. I'll let you decide. I mean, if you're rich, obviously this is nothing. You could, you know, stock up on this, and $100 if you really like your Lindt. $100, grab a few Lindt blocks. But, you know, being poor, can't really justify paying that much for a chocolate bar. Anyway, you can see the hazelnuts on the back again. I believe you can see some of the caramel. You see these little sort of specks and stuff in here. The front, again, nice big squares, but we'll bust a piece off and have a taste. So yeah, it's really interesting. You can smell the chocolate. The hazelnut is quite subtle here, and you can smell that caramel. It's quite strong. That was the first thing that hit my nose. Bit of caramel. Okay, let's give the Lindt Hazelnuts and caramel a try. Cheers. So that's a really interesting flavour actually. At first, when I started eating this, I'm like, oh, this is so much better than the hazelnut one. But then after a while, because it is a pretty big square, the big square takes you on a journey for sure. Then after a while, I'm sort of like, oh, this is a little bit, you know, sickly or a little bit too sweet after a while. So at first, when it hits your taste buds, you're like, this is absolutely delicious. Nothing can beat this. And then as you chew for a while, you're like, oh yeah, maybe it is a little bit too much, a little bit too sweet. But yeah, it's definitely nice and definitely unique. It definitely tastes like hazelnut still, but really subtle. Like you taste the chocolate, you taste the hazelnuts in the background, but you do get this really sweet caramel flavour come through. You know, the star of the show, or it does take over on this. Funny, because there wasn't that much caramel in this, but somehow it takes over the whole chocolate bar. A really strong, sweet flavour comes in. Guess I probably like the hazelnut flavour more, because it's really nice, something I'm familiar with. You know, as you eat it, there's no sort of tricks and trickery going on. There's nothing hiding in the background. It's just going to jump on you. You know what you're in for. You know what it is, and it tastes absolutely delicious. Now, the hazelnut and the caramel flavour, it is really nice. But yeah, it takes you definitely on a journey. But to me, you know, I couldn't sit there and eat the whole block. So to me, the caramel one square is enough really. You have one square and just basically satisfied until you want something sweet again. Where the hazelnut one, I could eat a few more squares. You know, it's a bit more moreish. You want to go back for more after you've had it. The flavour's really nice and you just want to grab another piece. Not necessarily sickly in a bad way. It's just so rich that one piece to me is kind of enough. So my rating for Lindt Hazelnuts and caramel flavour, I'll give that a 6 out of 10. It is still really nice, still definitely recommend, maybe not for that price, but for the $2 I'm satisfied. But it's a flavour that I'm going to put to the side, and you know, when I'm really in the mood for something sweet, I'll grab that and have another square, or maybe even two. With a cup of tea, or if you like coffee or whatever, I'm sure that will cut through some of that richness. But let me know in the comments if you agree with what I've said. Do you think that these Lindt blocks of chocolate are a little bit expensive? Do you buy them? What flavour do you like? But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, if you could please like, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a video. This was G from Phunken Hungry, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers.